large round brush. I'm just mixing some black and some white together to get us a little gray. Just roll my brush up and get a little point on it. And then I'm just going to come around his little body where I want it to and just finish filling in. It might be a little lighter gray, that's okay. I can just cover up that other. Yep, Snoopy's head just got bigger. We are seeing the back side of them, so that's where you're seeing it done in gray and, here. But there's going to be some white and there's going to be some black on him. You're just going to have them a little shadowed. Going to get me a little water here because it just seems to not want to slide across my canvas like I need it to. Get that water a little wetter so I can come in here and fill in a little bit more. I'm filling in, and if we have any of that green left, we can just take it off with water. Okay, so there's Snoopy's little body, his little tail. It looks weird, but that's how the picture was, so. I don't know. Beagles have, I don't remember Beagles' tails. My oldest sons had beagles, a good many beagles, but I don't remember. I never really paid attention. All right, at this point, I'm just gonna take my dirty brush. I'm gonna go in here and roll my paint. And then I'm gonna just come in here and start painting Charlie's I didn't like that because I did have a little more gray on there than I wanted. So I'm washing my brush and get me some black because I want it black. We can come back with some gray to give us sort of some highlights. But right now we just need to fill in with this black. Let's go ahead and do Snoopy's ears. I want it black. So I'm just coming in here and I'm gonna barely come off of Snoopy's head if I can and come around. I actually don't want his ear as big. Chalk tends to make it bigger than what I wanted. That's why I do have those pencil markings there, and that does help me kind of control a little bit more. But for the purpose of y'all seeing it, oops, that's why I put the chalk on there. With Snoopy. Now I'm just going to go around. I'm going to grab my small liner brush. I'm going to wet it a little bit. And I think I'm going to just trace Snoopy's body here so we can do some other things with it. I want to grab the black and come in here and do a few of these. And I will fix that at the bottom. So I'm just going to fill this in so that we, it looks like we got a lot of black. But his shirt is yellow and it has that, the black stripe on it. So that's why I'm doing it like this. And then, so once that dries, I can come back in and paint that yellow. All right, so looking at Snoopy, I'm not happy with a few things here. But what I'm gonna do first before we're about Snoopy is I'm gonna go in here. His little ears was showing. And so I just came back in with some of the blue. And actually, this is like my second coat of it. And it's blocked a lot of his, that took the other hair that was down. So I may come in here a little bit more because I'm not happy with his tail, but I'm not liking that. So let's just see if we can cover this up a little bit. I can fix that, hopefully. All right, up here where the moon was at, where I did a little black, I came back in and then put one coat of the blue back on, and I'm just coming back in here with more blue because I didn't really want the moon black. I just wanted to fix that little area that I thought it was poking. So just gonna grab a little of this gray, and I want to bring this around more. I'm not worried about that it's a little darker. It's okay. So I'm going to come in here because, you know, Snoopy is a little white fella most of the time. So I'm going to put some white, just some shadowing in here around the edges, because this is the dark side of Snoopy. And we're just going to kind of blend those in. I'm just taking my brush and just kind of mopping it because it's still a little wet. But I'm just taking a little more of the white and coming around. Now we're just kind of blending. Charlie, we're gonna do him with some yellow here. I'm gonna turn Charlie so I don't touch Snoopy. I'm gonna bring this down and just come around his neck a little bit. Right, I'm just gonna fill in where that black is. We can do some shadowing, but right now we just want to get this basic coat on. And I'm just gonna come right here where the ears are. I'm putting yellow. It's the yellow and white mix, so that's why. I have to say, I did watch Charlie Brown as a kid, because, you know, back then you only had 3 stations. And so you watch, when the cartoon come on, you watch whatever was available. It's not like today when they got 150,000 channels. I'm just picking. They do have a lot more channels. But my youngest, he likes Snoopy, so, and I guess there's a lot of young adults that like Snoopy. Alright, so now I'm just going to come in here with this white and try to bring this line up a little bit more. I'm just going to come right in here. I may end up coming back with that with just black, but right now I'm coming in with a little yellow. Now, it's bright right now, like looking as if it was the sun, but the moon shining on it, but that's not the plan, y'all. Gotta get some darkness on here, but we're gonna get some color in here too, so just let it dry a little bit. So I'm still not liking the way Snoopy's looking here, so I'm thinking about just coming in here and adding some black right under here, just to round this off a little bit more. And then I can, once that dries, it dried pretty good when I put the blue on it. So once that dries, I can come back in here and do, I'm gonna just get a little black because I want to touch up a little right in here. I just want to give him a little touch up. Okay, and we have his ears. Now, I know he's got a black spot along in here, so we're just probably gonna just come in and put a little black. And also his collar is black. So I'm just going to come across from point A to point B, and that's going to be his collar. So there's his little collar. I'm not liking Charlie right here. So I'm going to fix him a little bit too. I need him a little more defined. I'm coming back in here with my round brush, and I've got some of this blue. This is undried. Because I didn't like that way it looked. See, I told y'all, it's just paint. It's just nothing. Fix it. That's all you gotta do. Just fix it. Alright, and I did not come in here with a, I went ahead and wiped him down, but I forgot to put, do him as far as getting the chalk off of him. So I'm just gonna real quick with my wet paintbrush and come in here and get some of this off of Charlie, so we can see where we're going with Charlie. All right, he looks kind of weird right now, don't he? So may want to end up doing, let's work on Charlie right now. I mean Snoopy, because Snoopy's the one I want to concentrate on right now. So I want to get some more black. I want to make his little spot on his back a little bit bigger. And I've not done his legs, because he looks kind of funny, doesn't he, without any legs. So we're just going to come around here and here, and then come around a little bit. There we go. Got some white, and I'm going to come right in here with a good bit of white. I know we have some shadowing already, but I want to get this on. Okay, we're not coming in here yet because we don't want to get that. Actually, we have been seeing up more. So I think we may end up making our swing wider, which is okay. I think I'm gonna probably bring that swing down some more along here, so that's okay. Look at there, I just messed it up, didn't I? I'm just bringing some black out. So our board is a little wider than what I first started out with it. I'm gonna pick up a little brown with this. And I'm gonna come in and just wipe my brush off and get a little of this yellow just to come in and do some, because that moon is really pretty bright. And I just need to get a little on. All right, I'm gonna get just a little bit of this yellow and brown, and I'm gonna really just real fine, just come and put in some little strings from the rope. That's all I'm doing. This is just some little, hope you can see it. Just coming down here where it's like the rope is just tied. There we go. I think that one needs a little bit more. Didn't get it. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm gonna put a little more white and come right in here where Snoopy is, and just put a little more color in. And I want to come in with, I'm going to grab a little bit of black and just wipe my brush off and getting a little bit of white. I want some more gray. I want it a little bit darker, so I'm going to put a little more black. I want it more on the black side this time. And I know you can't see a lot of times me mixing it over there, but I am mixing it. And I'm just going to come in and just, don't want to pile of paint on my brush, so I'm just going to kind of rub it in. Just rub and get little darker colors in here, just so that can look like some shadows. And we're going to come down his neck a little bit, and then we're going to come around this here a little bit. I'm going to let that dry, and then I may come over with that with a little gray itself. But I'm liking Snoopy pretty good right there. I know the picture shows he's probably coming in a little bit more. Got a little skinnier neck. So what I may do, because I don't like that, I may just come in with some black and skinny up his neck a little bit. There we go. And once that dries, I can add some other colors to it. And then I'm gonna come back in there with some more of the white. So, I mean the blue. All right, let's see. We want to come over a little bit because we do want a little sleeve. And we want to come over this way a little bit because we want a little sleeve. It doesn't really show his arms, it just shows some sleeves. Just trying to get this underneath coat covered up a little bit. I'm making a mess. Oh, you pay attention more what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna go back in here and put him another coat on. So let's get that ear. Everybody had some ears if he didn't have anything else, didn't he? There we go. I'm gonna turn him sideways because I feel like I'm getting into Snoopy's way. Or either Snoopy's getting into my way. So we're gonna work with Charlie on the side. I'm probably gonna come up with these legs a little bit more because of the picture that I'm looking at. Y'all got a song stuck in my head. Do you ever get a song stuck in your head? Well, I got one. I've seen it on the internet and I came across it yesterday and I thought, I'd like to learn to play this one. And so I picked it out a little bit at church last night and so and I looked at the words and I said, I'm gonna learn this song if I can. But oh my goodness. So I've been practicing with it some today too. And it's just in my head. Should call myself the, well, I wouldn't call it singing, but the howling painter. That's what I should call it. All right, so I'm liking that. Let's get this around here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back in there and fix that because he's not looking too good right now. Black paint on here, and I'm just going to come back around here and get this closed in. I'm going to bring this leg up a little more. And I'm going to bring this leg up a little bit more. Let's see now. I got to turn it so I can get it, try to get it as even as I can. Just trying to get Charlie's britches up a little bit more. I'm going to grab some, with the dirty brush, I'm just going to grab a little bit of brown. I'm going to come under here and work on the swing a little bit. I want some different colors. And I'm probably going to grab a little bit of gray with that. Let's see if this gray's light enough. Here we go, we're getting a little bit of tones in there, so that's good. I'm going to try some of my yellow and red. I don't know how it's going to look, so I'm going to try it, see how I can get, if I can get it where I want it. So just go back to my deep yellow and a little bit of the red and see what we come in. Get here. I think that's still got to dry some, so I may have to go get the hair dryer and let it do its thing. I can't even talk. I have a hard time. Sometimes my tongue just falls over my mouth. I don't have that problem. I've got a little bit. Let's see if I can get you this where you can see it. I've got a little bit of red here, and I got a little bit of yellow, and I just want to try to mix that together. Let's see. My red's overpowering me. And I think I'm going to get a little bit of white. I can get it without getting a lot of the color. That's turning it a little too pink for me. So I'm going back in with a little more red. And I think I'm going to grab a little bit of brown. And let's see. I think I got too much brown. Oh. Yep, that's too much. It's making a plum color. So let's try some red, some yellow. I like more yellow than I do the red, so. And then I have a dirty brush, so that's getting me close to what I want right here. So let's just look at it and see how it's going to look on our Charlie Brown. Yeah, that's what I want right there. Because I'm going to let him dry. But that's the color I'm going to use because the shade's behind him. A little liner brush. And I'm going to grab some of that blue again. And I'm going to come in here and fill in on his ears where I wasn't happy. There we go. And like I said, I may have to do a couple coats of that, but that's okay. It's that little touching up stuff that, you know, I have to do to try to get it where I need it to go.